According to the passage, the idea that children learn language only through a process of imitation has been called into question because. So we need to find the reason. Let's have a look at the second paragraph. Actually, second paragraph gives the reason. The first piece of evidence, the reason, derives from the way children handle irregular grammatical pattern. When they encounter such irregular past tense forms as went, took, or such plural forms as mice, sheep, there is a stage when they replace these by forms based on regular patterns of the language. They say such as things as vented, taked, mices, mouses, ships. Evidently, children assume that grammatical usage is regular and try to work out for themselves what the forms ought to be, a reasoning process known as analogy. So it is not uh, imitation, but analogy. By themselves, they make a reasoning within their brain. So they could not have learned these forms by a process of imitation. That means children should learn these forms by another form, not by process of imitation. And the other kind of evidence is, so up to here, this is the first evidence, and the other kind of the evidence, so this part is the second evidence, based on the way children seem unable to imitate adult grammatical construction exactly, even when invited to do so. So there are two reasons, two evidences. One of them will be the reason. Let's have a look at the answer choices. Some children learn language at an earlier age than do others is not the answer, is not one of these two explanation or the evidence or the reason. Also, some children, it makes a uh, division. We need to take all children as one. We shouldn't differentiate, or we shouldn't take the small part within the children, but we need to think all children as a whole. B. Children form grammatical endings that, while consistent with the rules of grammar, are not accepted forms. So this one is actually the answer because these uh, so grammatical endings for the irregular past tense or irregular nouns like mice and sheep. So when they encounter with irregular verbs or nouns, they tend to put endings like ed for the past tense or s for the plural. So answer choice B will be the right answer choice. Exactly, it is the first evidence. C. Adults often speak to children by employing grammatical patterns that are different from the ones they would employ when speaking to the other adults. Passage never mentioned this. So according to passage, we never see this explanation. So answer choice C can't be answered. D. Most children have difficulty imitating complex vocabulary even if their caregivers use such words. This one is tricky. So the second evidence said one way children seem unable to imitate adult grammatical construction. Here it says grammatical construction exactly even when invited to do so. But in the answer choice D, it says the vocabulary. It's not the vocabulary, but the grammatical constructions. So we can't accept D as the right answer. Only a few children, again, it's parting. We need to take whole children as one group, not differentiate. Only few children are capable of imitating irregular grammatical patterns. Again, wrong answer because it's just taking small group. But we need to think whole children. So answer choice B is the right answer choice.